Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to go through all of my pots that I use, so kind of like the cover pots. I have a whole bunch of different ones that are in my collection, and yeah, I just buy them from all over the places, so I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips if you're looking for some cool pots to spice up your plant collection. So yeah, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'll start off with the ones that I got from Ikea. So I have two that are in my collection. These are kind of like the ones that I really like and gravitate towards. This is the first one. So this is just like the white ceramic pot with like some line detailing. This one is super affordable. I think it's one of the really cheap ceramic pots that are at Ikea. The label's on the inside. So it's called the MUSKOT, and this one is the 4-inch pot. And I think it was definitely like $2 or less, so very affordable for kind of the smaller plants. I have this in a 6-inch pot as well, which houses my Aglaonema Silver Bay. These ones are definitely one of my favorites. They don't work for every single plant in my opinion, so because they are a little bit on the taller side, they don't do well when the plant kind of droops over a little bit because the inner pot usually sinks inside. So I am quite selective with which nursery pots I put inside these cover pots, but I really like this one. I tend to like more the white aesthetic, but I do have like a little bit pop of color every now and then. The other Ikea pot that I have is obviously another white one. This one is actually not ceramic, so this is a white, very durable, hard plastic. But this one was a little bit more expensive. This is also like a 4-ish inch pot. I think they go by like 4 1/4 or 4 3/4, something like that. I just think of it as a 4-inch pot because it fits 4-inch plastic pots inside. This one has kind of like an upper lip type situation, and it's also very cute. So if I compare the two, you can't even tell that this is plastic in my opinion, but yeah, just so there's a little bit of variety and not just all the same Ikea pot. So these are the two pots that I really like. I don't generally go for like super extravagant pots from Ikea because it is Ikea. They're supposed to be affordable, so I get my cheaper pots from them. When I do splurge, it's usually for like other local places. So this one is a pot that I've gotten from a local plant nursery. This one is one of my favorites. It has kind of like this cool like sunset vibe to it, and this is also ceramic with some specks of like black. I bought this from TERRA garden center or nursery, and this one was $8 for a 4-inch pot. I like the cover pots to not have drainage holes because the point of a cover pot is so that you can either bottom water or you can have like a water reservoir for like semi-hydro, which is ideal for these ceramic outer cache pots. This one is one of my favorites. It's $8 and yeah, pretty affordable. I would say I try not to go over $10 for a 4-inch pot because that just seems quite excessive. Maybe for like a 6-inch pot, but 4-inch pots, my budget's usually $10. I keep getting a whiff of this foul and it's just so amazing. It smells like super fruity, but not as good as the Bellina, but still really good. Another one that I got from a local store, this one is called HOMESENSE. So they have a bunch of really cute pots. Every time I pass by, I do try to check out the pot section, and I usually come out with a little something. So this one is also a very favorite pot of mine, so probably tied with the other one that I just showed you. So this one has like the cutest little plant legs. I love it so much, and it's like a pinkish purple color with these cool designs, and it fits a 4-inch orchid plastic clear pot inside quite perfectly. So this one holds my Hoya vitellinoides. I always butcher that, sorry, but yeah, this one is really good. I like it because it kind of is a little bit elevated from the little pot legs. Super cute. I like my ceramic pots, but not all my pots are super glamorous. So I have a lot of my plants in these ramekins that I actually bought from the dollar store. So you guys have probably seen this with my new LECA setup. So I usually have a net pot or a clear orchid pot inside holding my plant. and the leca, and then this little ramekin is for the water reservoir. So I like the ramekin setup because it's easier to check the water level. I don't have to take the plant out of its cover pot, and it's also pretty space saving. So the big ones I usually put my 4-inch and 3.5-inch pots, and the small ones I usually keep the 3-inch pots. I don't always have super decorative cover pots, but I do have some simple setups every now and then. So if you guys are wondering where I got these, they're from the dollar store, Dollarama in Canada, so go check that out. It's usually in like the kitchen section with like all the storage and like plates and bowls, that sort of thing. Another one that I get from the dollar store are these little containers. So they're storage containers, which I'm pretty sure are used for like organizing your like pens and pencils or like your utensils in your like drawers. They're called drawer organizers by Plastico, and they're also $1.25. And yeah, I usually get these because they fit 4 of my 3-inch net pots or orchid pots or whatever pots inside, and it's a lot easier to fill up my water reservoir when I have just 4 all together. So I have some of these in this setup, but not all of my plants are like this because it is slightly ugly, but it gets the job done. It makes it a little bit easier. So I have a mixture of like really nice pretty pots, and then I have some of those. The last one that I have from the dollar store is this one. So this is a 5-inch pot. I think this one is just like a terracotta clay pot that's like painted this like gray speckly like design, and I really like it. It also comes in like a pinkish like orangey terracotta color, but still with the same design of the speckling. You can't really go wrong with a 5-inch pot. That's $3. Not a lot of nursery pots are actually 5 inches big, so it's kind of like an awkward size, but I don't really mind it because I can still fit large 4-inch pots inside with like large plants, I mean. And yeah, it still does pretty well, and I think it still looks quite aesthetically pleasing. So now I want to show you guys the ones that I've gotten from like big box stores like Canadian Tire, Home Depot, that sort of thing. I can't really remember which is which, but I think this one was from Home Depot. So this is like a 3.5-inch pot. It's like a white, like an off-white color, also ceramic, and this doesn't say the price, but I think it was like $3 or something. Super affordable. I like to buy a lot of my pots from them, so I have a lot of these design. Because they're smaller, the Ikea 3.5-inch pots are still a little bit too big. They're like too tall. I mean, this one obviously doesn't fit, but generally a 3.5-inch pot will fit this cover pot very nicely, so that's why I like it. And it was only for $3, so super affordable. This one is one of my bigger pots. So this one is just like a plain white cylindrical pot. So I like how it has like the sharp edges. It doesn't like round out at the bottom like a lot of other pots are. This is a 6-inch one, and it is by the brand Canvas. And I think this was $13. So it fits like a 6-inch pot quite nicely. I mean, it just sticks out a little bit at the top, but I mean, I don't really mind it. And it's a really sturdy pot. It's so heavy. It's a really good investment. I know like some other 6-inch pots are a lot cheaper, but $13, I mean, I still think it's a good price, so that's why I honestly purchased it. But yeah, that is one of my bigger pots. I guess I'll show you what I used to have most of my Hoyas and soil plants in, and they were these Amazon pots, which I really like because they have like a matching saucer. So it's great because it's essentially like a nursery pot, but it's like just a little bit cuter, you know? So it's like an off beige white-ish color. It has like a little bit of speckling. I'm not too sure what it was going for, but it's like, it's kind of weird. I don't really love the speckling, but I like the color. It's like a lighter color, off-white, and it has like the matching saucer, so you can dump out any of the excess water after you water the soil and like water it all the way through, which is what I like to do with plants like these. I don't have a lot of plants left in soil, to be honest, so I got rid of a lot of these Amazon pots. I just sold it off Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, I still have a few of them for some plants that I just don't want to switch over to leca, or I'm a little bit too lazy. Yeah, those are pretty much all the different types of pots that are in my collection. So these are the outer pots, or how I kind of keep my water reservoir one way or another. I hope you guys found it somewhat helpful, and maybe you guys can check out your local big box store, dollar store, HOMESENSE, Winners, whatever store, and just find yourself some cute pots, because it really makes the plants look so much better. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.